Welcome to Mlc TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jenji Abalagbubu. The headlines. President Buhari will determine 2022 census date, says NPC. NRC suspends operation indefinitely after bomb attack on Kaduna Abuja train. Buhari, Governor Bello orders felicitates TINUBU at 70. And Chelsea owner ABRAMOVICH allegedly poisoned at Ukraine peace talks with Russia. Now the news in detail. The National Population Commission has assured Nigerians that the proposed 2022 general census will be conducted. It, however, said it could not give a particular date, yet as plans were still ongoing and the President, Muhammadu Buhari, will determine the dates. The Commission also restated its commitment to positively rewrite the history of census through the conduct of accurate, reliable, and credible exercise. The chairman of NPC, Nazir Kwara, stated this on Monday at the opening of a workshop on census management training for chairman and federal commissioners organized by the commission in Karu, Nasarawa states. Kwara explained that the commission is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that the results of the census are acceptable to Nigerians and the quality of the data to be generated meet international best standards for planning purposes. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo declared that the West African sub-region and indeed Africa were currently going through perilous storms as a result of political instability in some parts of the continent. Obasanjo and Osinbajo, who stated this at the opening session of a high-level dialogue organized by the Coalition for Dialogue on Africa, bemoaned military incursion into the democratic regimes of some African countries. The two-day event with the theme, West Africa Rising to the Challenges of Consolidating Democratic Governance, was held at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Obasanjo, who is the chairman of CODA, lamented that coup d'etat, election fraud, and political violence and instability had crippled the growth of Africa. He condemned military takeover of democratically elected governments in some African countries. The former president warned that democracy in West Africa and indeed Africa required urgent attention. Obasanjo insisted that power grabbing and governance through the gun would neither help Africa nor procure democracy through the judiciary. He stated, in recent years, we have witnessed a return of coup d'etat, election fraud, and political violence, resulting in instability and threatening the developmental gains we have made in the last couple of decades. Osinbajo, while delivering his keynote address, stated, "This is a moment of peril for democracy in our region because we are navigating a perfect storm of adverse circumstances, a world economy that is reeling from recessional shocks of the COVID-19 pandemic, price and supply disruption from the war in Ukraine, the emergency of armed non-state actors and poor challenges associated with catering for the youngest population in the world. We must not allow our continent to become as it is in the Cold War era, a fetter of proxy wars and great power conflicts. They know from experience that this would result in a deepening or the recession of democratic values in Africa." The president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Olumide Akpata, urged the National Assembly not to see legal education as constituency projects which the proliferation of law school campuses connoted. Akpata, who said legal education was too important to be reduced to constituency projects, queried, "How do you set up law school campuses when you cannot finance them?" The NBA president spoke in Ado-Ekiti at a press conference on the 2022 Legal Education Summit with the theme, Reimagining Legal Education in Nigeria, organized by the association and the Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, which holds on Tuesday and Wednesday on the institution's Ado-Ekiti campus. Akpata said the summit was conceptualized to intervene in legal education and fashion out policies that could inject sound legal education in the country. Speaking on the establishment of 6 new law school campuses, he stated, "The National Assembly should bear in mind that the existing campuses are grossly underfunded and that it would be wrong to establish more under this context." The NBA president also appealed to the federal government to reach an agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities so that lecturers could return to work and save the country's ivory towers from total collapse. Akpata stated, "Our government should stop paying lip service to the issue. The government needs to get serious about how it wants to run education in Nigeria, right from budgetary allocation." The chairman 2022 Planning Summit and ABUAD Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Damilola Olawi, stated that the summit was geared to reset the system since policymakers in Nigeria had come to the realization that the legal education system had declined geometrically. Olawi said discussants at the event, which would be declared open by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, included the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, Minister of Education Adamu, Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Professor Abubakar Rashid, and ABUAD founder Are Afe Babalola. The president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Reverend Samson Ayokule, has criticized the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the federal government over the ongoing strike by lecturers across universities in the country. He said ASU was impatient and disrespected him and the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, by going ahead with the strike despite wading into the matter. Ayokule said the Nigerian Interreligious Council, which they both chair, would have left ASU to continue, but for the future of the affected students. The CAN chairman spoke during the first quarter meeting of the council with the theme, Education for Peace and Nation Building in Abuja on Monday. He said, "For me, I am not pleased enough with ASU because they were impatient. I am the co-chairman and others went to meet with them. ASU, instead of them to be patient with us to know how to get the government to commit itself, they went ahead with the strike again while our intervention was going on." He also faulted the federal government's claim that it lacked the required fund to meet the demands of ASU. Ayokule said, "I think the government also does not allow us to believe that they don't have the money. It was at that time when they were saying there is no money for ASU that the government went and donated $1 million to Afghanistan. How reasonable is that? When you have your own Afghanistan at home, you have not taken care of it. You are donating to another one." But ASU said NIREC withdrew from the negotiations between the federal government and the union the moment the union embarked on its initial 4 weeks warning strike. The union's national president, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, disclosed this in an interview with journalists on Monday. He said, "NIREC withdrew from negotiations the moment we started the strike. Should they have done so? We accorded them enough respect last year when they pleaded with us not to go on strike. We did not get angry because nothing was done despite all the moves for negotiations." The secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, appealed to NIREC to continue to appeal to ASU to call off the strike. Mustafa, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, General Services, Office of the SGF, Maurice Nnamani, added that the strike must be called off in the interest of the country. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Mlc TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. As part of ongoing negotiations ahead of the 2023 presidential election, former Senate President Bukola Saraki in Abuja secured the buy-in of Taraba State Governor Dairos Ishaku, who described it as a golden initiative. This is after Saraki noted that without an early consensus, choosing a suitable presidential flag bearer may result in a ruckus in the party as all aspirants are qualified. Speaking at the Taraba Governor's Lodge in Abuja, the former Kwara State Governor affirmed that although the 7 presidential hopefuls have their ambitions, they cannot lead the country at the same time. He said, Yes, we all have our individual ambitions. We are eminently qualified to lead this country, but we all cannot lead the country at the same time. He referenced a previous meeting held last week, saying the aim is to forge a consensus as a way to bring unity to our party because we see that PDP is the only alternative left for Nigerians, and to say that we are committed more to Nigerians than to ourselves. Saraki noted that the consultations are far from over, as there are plans to meet former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who declared his ambition to run for president last Wednesday. To Governor Ishaku, he said, "Why we are coming early is because we want to ensure that you're part of this process. It is not being the president that matters. It is teamwork that we want to bring to this country to make a change from what leadership used to be, one person." On his part, the Taraba State Governor said he supports the consensus move 100 per calling. It is a golden opportunity. Ishaku said this is a wonderful golden initiative. PDP is known for being a family. We have shown Nigerians how to rule and manage their affairs, and I think we should still be the leaders. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, Deputy Speaker Ahmed Wase, and some state governors, among others, on Monday congratulated a national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, who clocked 70 on Tuesday. Buhari's birthday message was contained in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, titled, "President Buhari hails Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu at 70. The president affirmed the contributions of the party's stalwarts to the political, economic, and social development of the country, setting a standard in leadership, governance, and philanthropy." He saluted Tinubu's courage, resilience, selflessness, and nobility in always placing the welfare and unity of the nation above self. These actions, he noted, are backed with a vision of a greater Nigeria through investment in people, institutions, and governments without minding tribe or creed. The president said he joined family members, friends, business, and political associates in celebrating the septuagenarian who has diligently and progressively risen on the nation's political ladder since 1992, fighting for democratic rule against many odds, angling for people-focused development, and supporting visionary and purposeful leadership. Lawan described Tinubu as an astute administrator who laid a solid foundation for the modernization of Lagos State and a visionary political leader with a track record of building people and organizations. The Senate President said this in a statement issued by his special advisor on media, Ola Awoni, titled, "You're a leader of leaders." Senate President hails Asiwaju Tinubu at 70. Lawan said, "Asiwaju Tinubu has lived a life of service, impacting many lives in several decades of active political participation and public service. This has made him a political pathfinder, leader of leaders, and a legend in his own lifetime. Today, he's not just a principal actor in Nigerian politics, but also one of the main issues." He said he wished the Jagaban Bogu a happy birthday and many more years of impactful service to our beloved fatherland, Nigeria, and its great people. Also, Gbajabiamila paid glowing tribute to Tinubu, saying the Jagaban of Bogu Kingdom has demonstrated an uncommon and unyielding commitment to a progressive and prosperous Nigeria. The speaker, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Lanre Lasisi, titled Gbajabiamila pays tribute to Tinubu at 70, noted with delight the ex-governor's invaluable contributions to Nigeria's democracy in the past decades, saying he has unmatched credentials. The speaker stated that with these, Tinubu's services to his fatherland are most needed at a time like this. Gbajabiamila recalled how Tinubu used his acumen to turn things around in Lagos State when he served as governor for 8 years. Wase, in a statement issued by his chief press secretary, Umar Puma, said the life of Asiwaju had always been full of service to humanity and uplifting the lives of others. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in a congratulatory message issued by his chief press secretary, Gboyega Akonsile, said Tinubu is consistent in his thoughts and actions about the development of Lagos State and Nigeria. He said, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like a colossus, bestride Nigerian socio-political space with vigor and vision. Ekiti State Governor and Chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Yinka Oyebode, titled, Fayemi congratulates Tinubu at 70, described the APC leader as a celebrated Democrat, pragmatic leader, and visionary statesman who has an insatiable appetite for championing good causes in pursuit of a better Nigeria. The governor noted that Tinubu played a pivotal role in the fight against military dictatorship, the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, and has continued to play significant roles in sustaining the current democratic experience in the country. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly also described Tinubu as a man who contributed immensely to the development of society. The lawmakers gave their accolades at a special parliamentary session in honor of the APC leader to commemorate his birthday. The Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Obasa, said Tinubu paved the way for the increased revenue generation of Lagos State. He said this is an opportunity for us to recognize all that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done for us as a leader. In the face of opposition, he resolved and insisted to be on the opposition leaning towards the federal government. It is better to celebrate people that have contributed immensely to the development of the society. Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has felicitated Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu as he clocks 70 years, describing the All Progressive Congress national leader as a political colossus and a worthy kingmaker whose antecedents are worth celebrating. The congratulatory message signed by his Chief Press Secretary, Mohammed Onogu, noted that the former Lagos governor had etched his name on the historical sands of time. He hailed Tinubu's vanguard roles, a founding father of the APC alongside President Muhammadu Buhari and other patriots, adding that he would always be a revered and respected leader in the Nigerian political sphere. On the eventful landmark of his Platinum Jubilee, Governor Bello wishes Tinubu even more glorious years ahead, in resounding health and long life to continue breaking barriers and standing tall as an imitable role model for future generations. Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu was born March 29, 1952. He is a Nigerian accountant and politician who has been the national leader of All Progressive Congress since the party's formation in 2013. He previously served as the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007 and senator for Lagos West during the brief Third Republic. In January 2022, he announced his intention to run for the APC nomination for president of Nigeria in the 2023 general election. The Jagaban of Boguland, as fondly hailed, remains a politically steadfast stakeholder in the Nigerian political space who is loved by many, home and abroad. A hope of a better Nigeria for many. Now on crime. Gunmen on Monday evening allegedly detonated explosives on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line and opened fire on the train which had hundreds of passengers on board. Some passengers on board the train and resources of the Idu train station in Abuja stated that the attack occurred between Katari and Rijana in Kaduna State. Though the details about the incidents were sketchy on Monday evening, an official of the Nigerian Railway Corporation confirmed the incidents. A passenger on board with the Twitter name Anas Damusa tweeted that the Nigerian Army had to intervene. On October 21st last year, the NRC had to stop services on the Abuja-Kaduna route following allegations that a part of the train track was bombed by bandits. The Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress TUC of Nigeria, Barrister Musa Lawal Ozigi, has been confirmed to be among the passengers killed when terrorists bombed an Abuja-Kaduna train and abducted scores of passengers on Monday evening. 8 passengers have now been confirmed dead as the search and rescue mission continues in the area, according to reports. Sources also confirmed that out of 15 patients taken to St. Gerard's Catholic Hospital in Kaduna, 2 had been confirmed dead, including a lady medical doctor with the hospital, Chinelo Megafu. 2 females moved to 44 Reference Hospital because of bullet wounds. They could not be treated at St. Gerard's, the source said. It was also reported that Mohammed Hamid Mahmood, an aspirant in the just concluded National Convention of the All Progressive Congress APC for the Northwest Zonal Youth Leadership, was shot during the attack. A former deputy governor of Zamfara State, Ibrahim Mwakala, has sustained gunshot wounds in Monday's terrorist attack on a Kaduna-bound train. The train conveying hundreds of passengers from Abuja to Kaduna was attacked by gunmen suspected to be bandits between Katari and Rijana in Kaduna State. An aide to the former deputy governor told Channels Television that Mr. Wakala, who was returning from the APC National Convention, which held on Saturday, was shot during the crossfire between the terrorists and the military and has been moved to a military hospital in Kaduna for treatments. The spokesperson of the All Progressive Congress APC in Zamfara State, Yusuf Idris, also confirmed the incident to Channels Television. Idris said the former deputy governor was initially abducted by the terrorists during the attack and was successfully rescued by the DSS and military. It was during the process he sustained gunshot injury in the leg. He is very okay now. He is receiving treatment at the hospital in Kaduna State, Idris added. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State government has confirmed the Monday terrorist attack. The State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, who confirmed the attack, however, said that the military had secured the train trapped by the hoodlums. The commissioner said security agencies have reported to the Kaduna State government that the military has secured the Kaduna-bound train from Abuja trapped by terrorists. Aruwan quoted Governor Nasir El-Rufai to have commended the swift response of the security forces and thanked them for securing the train. He added, Governor Nasir El-Rufai, who has been in constant touch with the security forces, commended them for the prompt response and thanked them for successfully securing the train and passengers on board. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has suspended operation indefinitely. This came on the heels of the attack on Kaduna-Abuja bound train. A bomb was said to have detoned along the rail track, leading to its derailment and stoppage. There are fears that many passengers might have been kidnapped while a security operative was allegedly killed. In the NRC Twitter message at official_NRC, the message reads, Dear passengers, due to unforeseen circumstances, train operations along the Abuja-Kaduna route has been temporarily suspended. Further communication will be given in due course. The cocaine deal allegedly involving the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, has landed him and 4 others in prison. A federal high court in Abuja ordered that Kyari be remanded in Kuje Correctional Facility in Abuja. Ruling on the bail application, Justice Emeka Nwite held that Abba Kyari medical challenges is not beyond the capacity of the NDLEA as he is a flight risk. The court therefore transferred Abba Kyari and Assistant Commissioner of Police Sunday Ubua to Kuje Correctional Center, while the 2 defendants that pleaded guilty to the offense were transferred to Suleja Correctional Center. The judge then fixed 28th of April for ruling the review of facts of their cases. The implication of this is that Kyari and others will be remanded for a month at the correctional centers, pending when their case will come up again for hearing. Kyari, alongside 4 other police officers, ACP Sunday Ubaya, ASP Bawa James, Inspector Simon Algirigba, and Inspector John Nohu, as well as 2 others, Chibunna Patrick Umeba and Emeka Afosos Ezenwanne, are facing 8 court charges, which include conspiracy, obstruction, dealing in hard drugs, and tampering with same, that pleaded not guilty to the charge. But 2 of Kyari's co-defendants, Chibunna Umeba and Emeka Ezenwanne, who are non-police officers, pleaded guilty to the charge. When the trial commenced, the NDLEA, in its counter affidavits to Kyari's bail application, argued that it was inappropriate to grant bail to the applicants due to the nature of the offense. Besides, he is facing extradition on charges of wire fraud. Recall that Kyari's wife, Ramatu, had slumped at the last trial when the court declined to grant the husband bail. Now on sports. Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich reportedly suffered suspected poisoning along with Ukraine peace negotiators. The Russian billionaire held talks with Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian leader Vladimir Putin in a mediator role earlier this month. And now, according to Wall Street Journal Max Kochester, Abramovich was showing symptoms of poisoning after a meeting in Kyiv earlier in the month. Abramovich and at least 2 senior members of the Ukrainian team developed symptoms including red eyes, constant and painful tearing, and peeling skin on their faces and hands after a meeting in Kyiv earlier this month. Their conditions have improved and their lives aren't in danger, and it is unclear as to what caused the symptoms. The WSJ continues to report that they blamed the suspected attack on hardliners in Moscow, who they said wanted to sabotage talks to end the war. A person close to Abramovich said it wasn't clear who had targeted the group. This comes after Abramovich was sanctioned by the UK government and listed Chelsea for sale. The federal government on Monday night ordered the closure of government-owned offices in Abuja by 1 p.m. on Tuesday, March 29, 2022, in support of the Super Eagles World Cup qualifying match against the Black Stars of Ghana. This was contained in a memo by the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation. Federal government reiterated the need to mobilize support for the Super Eagles. Nigeria and Ghana clash at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Tuesday evening, in what is perhaps the most anticipated and potentially explosive encounter in two countries. 71-year, 58-match rivalry after the opening 90 minutes in Kumasi on Friday ended scoreless. Matthias Ayodeji Peter is standing by for our entertainment news. Over to you, Matthias.
On our foreign entertainment news, American actor and comedian Anthony Anderson and his wife Alvina Stewart has called it quits after 22 years of marriage. Stewart filed for divorce in Los Angeles County Court, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason for their breakup, according to documents obtained by The Blast on Monday, March 28, 2022. In the document, Stewart requested spousal support from the 51-year-old actor, all gift and inheritance, all assets, earnings, accumulations, and debt acquired by petitioner prior to the date of marriage and after the date of separation, the exact nature and extent of which are unknown, the document reportedly states. This is not the first time she will be filing for divorce from the comedian. Stewart first filed for divorce in 2015, dismissed the petition, and got back with Anderson. Crisis started blowing in the marriage again in 2018 after Anderson was accused of eating a woman. He denied the allegation. They tied the knot in 1999 after meeting in college at Howard University. They have two adult children, Kira 26 and Nathan 22. This means she won't be asking for a child support. Away from the marital crisis, Anderson has enjoyed lots of success in his career path. He was nominated for a 2017 Golden Globe for Best Performance by an Actor in a Television Series for his work on Blackish, and more recently, he received his 7th nomination for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series at the 2021 Emmy Awards. The actor grew up in Compton, California, and was educated at Hollywood High School Performing Arts, then Howard University. He started doing stand-up at the Comedy Arts Theater, which led to a role on NYPD Blue and Malcolm and Eddie. He then proceeded to appear on Law and Order and The Shield, amongst others. On entertainment news from Africa, Nigerian comedian Osama has lost his wife. The comedian took to his Instagram page on Monday, March 28, 2022, where he announced the sad passing away of his wife. Wedding that never saw any anniversary, got married 15th May 2021. She died 26 March 2022. God bless your soul, my word, he wrote. May her soul rest in peace. Colleagues of the Just Based comedian took to the comment section of the post where they paid their condolences. Osama Akponunu is a Nigerian comedian who hails from Edo State. He started his comedy career as an undergraduate in the university with his close friend and comedian Senator. Osama was launched into comedy professionally after graduation and has so far performed in various places of shows and events across Nigeria. He has worked with several comedians including Basketmouth, AY, Julius Agu, and Opa Williams of Night of 1,000 Laughs. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for Mlc TV. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thanks for the update on entertainment. 4 persons have been killed while houses were burned down as a result of cultism in Kabawa, a native area in Lokoja, the state capital. It was reliably gathered that the crisis started on Monday night as 2 rival groups between the ages of 13, 14 and 15 years old engaged themselves in free-for-all fights which led to the killing and burning of houses. The crisis saw residents moving their families from the area to better secured places to avoid being engulfed in the crisis. An insider described that the crisis is a result of a reprisal attack by another group following the killing of one of their members. The sources added that the cultists, who were armed with guns and other dangerous weapons, invaded some houses, attacked people and burned houses they believe belonged to a rival group. However, when the police stormed the area on Tuesday to calm down the situation, some of the cultists engaged the security agents in a gun battle that lasted for several hours before they were overpowered. Some members of the cultists jumped into the River Niger to avoid being arrested and then swim to the other side of the riverbank. Meanwhile, the Kogi State Police Command Public Relations Officers, SP William Aya, while confirming the incident, said 15 suspects have been arrested by the command. He added that presently the command can only confirm that 1 person was killed and that they are still investigating what led to the incidents. He noted that the Kogi State Commissioner of Police, CP Edward Ebuka, had brought the situation under control. The Kogi State Security Advisor, Duro Jerry Omadara, has warned cultists and other miscreants fomenting trouble in Lokoja to be ready for the government onslaught, as the state government has vowed not to allow anybody rubbish its successes in the area of security. According to the security advisor, he said people should be rest assured that Governor Bello will deal decisively with cultists in Kabawa. Omodara assured the people of Lokoja and other parts of the state that the present administration will not shy its responsibilities in fighting crime, be it armed robbery, kidnapping and cultism. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, and like our Facebook page, MLC TV. You can also follow us on Instagram at MLC TV 2021 and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, adverts, and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. Friday 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturday 7 p.m. Family Affairs, and Saturday 9 p.m. Political Arena. We also have Women's World by 6 p.m. every Sundays. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Genji Abalagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good evening and bye for now.